And now for another episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic. With your host, novelist, filmmaker, and authentic psychic, Dave Thompson.
Hey gang, Dave here, and this is another episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic. I'm Dave. I am a psychic. I'm also a novelist and a filmmaker. One of the things I have seen recently is a lot of people asking in some of the groups I'm in if they are cursed. And I do know that that's one of the silly things that happens if you go see a certain type of psychic. They will give you a cheap reading and then they will scare the balls out of you when they try to tell you, oh my God, you're cursed. Had a good friend of mine, panic called me several weeks ago when somebody reached out to her in one of her accounts and said, I'm a psychic, XYZ has put a curse on you because he's summoning demons. And the first thing I have to tell people is if a psychic has told you that you are cursed, grab your wallet and head for the nearest exit because they're going to want to charge you a lot of money to have the so-called curse removed. And what it is for the most part, and I would say in my experiences, we're looking at about a 95% you're not cursed rate. You're just, maybe you've got some bad luck going. Maybe the idea of being cursed has gotten into your mind somehow. And as a result of things like the law of attraction, you attract what you think. And therefore you're attracting the signs that perhaps you are cursed. And I had a woman tell me the same thing one time. And it was a reading, and I'm wondering why I was unable to, a lot of my manifestations I was doing at the time weren't happening. I had no idea that since I'd been, and this is with the law of attraction, since I had been working that, I had no idea that for the most part the law of attraction does not work. And it wasn't the fact that I was cursed so much as I was doing it wrong. But she claimed I was cursed, and she claimed to try to clear it. She put her hand on top of my head. Now, I've had psychics put their hands on me, and normally their hands get really, really hot. In fact, my hands always get really, really hot. I'm working energy. But in this case, her hands were cold. And then she told me that to really remove the curse, I was going to have to pay her something like $5,000. And this other friend of mine, that psychic that contacted her, said that it would cost $15,000. And this is where we're into the realm of the charlatans, and these are the people that give all the rest of us a very bad name. And it's like when I was doing a lot of photography, there would be these guys, we called them GWCs, or guys with cameras. They thought they were professional photographers only because they had a camera that could take interchangeable lenses. And all they wanted to do is they just wanted to get a model over, get the model out of her clothes, and get their jollies. Whereas I, as a professional photographer, I would often find these young ladies and they've had bad experiences, and most of us in the industry fight very, very hard against that. Losing my voice. I'm going to break for a second. All right. Where was I? I was talking about the guys with cameras and other shit. And so what happens is, same thing with these morons that try to scam models, is it gives the whole industry a bad name. I have had people comment on my psychic page about how it's just, they're very, very vocal in their opposition to the idea of somebody having a gift like psychic powers, because all they've seen has been the bullshit with the so-called fortune readers. And one of the companies I worked for as an online psychic, they absolutely forbid anybody to give any types of readings if it looks like they might win some money. We don't do that. I could say, wow, your luck is running good. But even now, I just will not tell people, ooh, you're going to win the lottery, la-di-da-di-da. Because let me tell you something, winning the lottery is pretty damn hard to do. I mean, we're right in the middle of this viral pandemic, and I'm beginning to think saying the term, well, the curve's going to flatten and things will get back to normal, is the same thing as going, you know what, I think I'm going to win the lottery this time. It's almost the same goddamn thing. So anyway, chances are you are not cursed. Chances are you may think you're cursed, and therefore you are attracting the things to you that would appear as if you're cursed. And there's been only, I think, of all the clients I've ever had, I've only had 2 people that even came close to being so-called cursed. And what it was is that they were under attack by another person, psychic attacks. Those do happen. And there are several people online who will tell you now that they're very good at doing these so-called attacks. I don't play into that. I do not attack other humans. I'll only go after dark negative entities, and then that's only while I'm trying to help a client will I work and try to help them out. As far as somebody else doing attacking, that's a whole different can of worms, of course. And there are people that do that, and they can leave an attachment around you in your aura, in one of your esoteric energy fields that keeps an eye on you. And if you lose focus on your own protections, then yeah, they can start the attack again. And on the times I've encountered people being attacked, the way I tend to work it is I work with several angels and a very particular demon. And what I do is I send them out not to harm the other person, but to take away that other person's power. And 99% of the time it works, at least long enough for the person that was sending out the bad energy to figure out, okay, they shouldn't be doing that. If they want their power back, they have to stop it. The other thing that can happen is if you're in an industry or you got people around you who are jealous of you. And this jealousy causes a dampening field around you. This negative energy, jealousy is negative energy, and that can cause you to have issues as well. And the best way to fight these is to try to get away from the person or not have contact with the person who is jealous, or is to simply, put up barriers to their energy and then get out. I have had several times where I've had people, mostly as a photographer, these other people were jealous of my successes, and so they kept sending out that jealous energy. But I knew it was just because they were jealous, and it wasn't because they were doing magic on me. Let's see here. I'm just checking the time. I don't want to go too long. I am recording all these kind of in a row. So, okay. I think I covered it. Now, if you have had a previous psychic tell you that you're cursed, there are things you can do yourself. You don't have to hire another magician to help you with in case you are cursed. And if you do need help, I have helped a lot of people. And it's usually more of a psychic attack, and it's not a curse. I can tell pretty quick. And I have methods of when I reach out and touch the energy that's going on, it will not affect me. Okay, so for those of you watching on YouTube, right here, I want you to click that little button that says subscribe, and I want you to hit the bell so you'll know when when I upload another video. And until next time, thanks a lot for watching, and y'all have a good day. All right, bye.